in the book of the Chronicles, all through there it talks about the genealogy, the family lines, and Bishop went out on a limb. He took a bold step, as the program said. He took a bold step to begin to train young men and young women. He took them at their word. If they said that they was a reverend, he believed that they were a reverend. If he said that you were a minister, he believed that you were a minister. They came from all over, and he accepted us just as we were. And all through the bloodline, you see it say Bishop begotten this one, and and the next one begotten that one, and the next one begotten that one, and it goes all the way down the line. But somewhere along that bloodline, and my message today is restoring the bloodline. Somewhere along that bloodline, you find one that comes along and acts a fool, that comes up and tries to put a stop to the bloodline. And so all those that said that they were sons and that they were daughters that sat underneath the blood, that they ate the blood, that ate his teaching, that enjoyed the good times, that enjoyed the times when things were up on the mountaintop, when the words was flowing, when they were going down through the pool and coming up on the other side, when they were walking around Jericho and knocking down walls and having a good time, all of a sudden things begin to happen. And all of a sudden, they said the blood has dried up. There is no more word in Bishop Carswell. There is no more anointing in Bishop Carswell. They sucked up the blood. They ate everything that he had to share. And all of a sudden, now he's not hearing from God. Now it's time for us to get up and walk away while things are still yet good. They sucked up everything that they could get a hold of, and they took off running. But I'm here today, Bishop, to tell you, matter of fact, when Bishop began to, like I said, he's out on the cutting edge on everything he does. See, that's why people think that he's crazy, because he lives out on the edge. Most people are afraid to step out into the deep waters, but this man goes day in and day out in the deep to try to get a word for you and for me. And then all of a sudden, that word is no more good. He lives on the cutting edge. And then he comes up with innovative ideas, and he comes in to pour new blood into each and every one of us. But guess what? They can't receive it. Because guess what, Bishop? You can't put new blood in old skins. That's why God had to remove them all, because you were trying to pour blood into them, but they were so old that they couldn't receive the wisdom, they couldn't receive the knowledge, they couldn't receive the anointing that is in your life. They said it was dried up, but God was doing something new, and they could not receive it. So he had to remove them. It wasn't that they wanted to leave, that he made them leave. I'm just going to walk out now. But he made them leave. They had no other choice. It's in the blood. They had no other choice. You have to put new wine and new skins. So God is giving you some new sons and daughters, some new people that are out there that are willing to receive, thus saith the Lord, that cometh from the man of God. Everybody can receive what God gives to you. It's a new day and a new time. See, I was fortunate that I got an opportunity to sit under my father's teaching. I was fortunate that I got an opportunity to suck up everything that he threw my way. But guess what? I didn't get to get it like everybody else. I didn't get to go through school of ministry. I didn't get to go through those classes because I was in deacon and training, and I was the only one, so I had to make sure everything else was done. So I had to catch it in the spirit. I had to catch it while I was out there in the atmosphere. Before he began to preach it, I already knew. Why? Because I got the spirit of my father. I live in the blood of my father. I operate out of the blood of my father. I've been gone for 7 years, but I still operate out of the blood of my father. You got to excuse me. I got to keep going. I got to get that. See, when you got kindred spirit, he already knew what I wanted. I didn't have to ask, didn't have to look around. He already knew. I got a part for that too, somewhere along the line. Says in blood, and the blood then dried up on them, Bishop. They had to go. It's nothing of your own will. It's nothing to do. See, some people can't stand being down in the valley. Some people don't know. I remember one time I came in your office. I said I had enough. I had enough of God's people. They had driven me to want to give up in ministry. Bishop said you can't stop fighting. You got to stay in the game. No matter what comes your way, God has something for you. You got to stay in there and continue to fight. As soon as the man had a fight on his hand, where are the fighters? Where are the ones that were trained? Where are the boxers? See, those were the ones that you trained, that while you were going up ahead, they were supposed to stay behind to protect the ministry. Protect the blood and make sure the blood was still flowing. For those that came in the door, they were supposed to make sure the blood kept flowing while you were up ahead, getting their innovation things from God to come back and share with the ministry. You were up ahead, but where were the sons? Where were the daughters?